So a few years ago, we had a client come to us, and I think they suspected they were getting poor advice in their previous TPA, but they wanted to kind of look into it. And so we went to go visit them and try and get more information so that we could find out, do they have a control group, do they have an affiliated service group, or what's going on. And as we're sitting down talking to them, they're talking about how they set up this management/marketing company, and only the CEO, the COO, who was also the CEO's wife, so and one other employee were in the management marketing company, and everyone else, including the 50 or so employees, were in the main company. And the defined benefit plan was set up only for the benefit of the marketing/management company. Well, this is a classic affiliated service group in which the marketing management company is providing services to the main company where all the employees are and getting paid for those services, because that's how the owner and the owner's wife and the one other employee were getting paid, was being paid by the main company. And so as they're going through doing this, we're like, okay, this is an affiliated service group. But one of the questions we recall on our initial meeting was we asked for the ownership of the two companies. And one of the companies was owned, 20% was, or 21% was owned by a private party, a private investor, silent, doesn't participate in the business or any of that kind of stuff. And we took it at face value. First time you're meeting a client, you don't want to just start probing too hard and making them feel too uncomfortable. When we talked to them the second time, we probed a little bit more to find out who was this other investor, because we wanted to know, are they participating in the DB plan somehow? Why aren't they participating? Did the DB plan call this out? And it was revealed that it was the owner's mother. And so through attribution, we wound up with
the control group, because it's all members of the same family. So attribution works. I could get, I own 100%. Well, I could say like, oh, my dad owns 20% of this business, but it doesn't matter because we're the same family. So it's we created a control group that way. If he owns a business, I own a business. And then my spouse, if they own something, and then I can attribute to my kids as well, and you can attribute to your grandkids. The only familial attribution that doesn't mean anything is brother-sister. But if it's your parents, you, a spouse, your kids, and your grandkids, if all of those ownerships add up to 100% or 80%, you're in a control group.
Essentially, the rules assume that you have some level of control over everyone except your siblings.
Yes. Which...
It didn't take long, I'm sure, for some people to find this loophole, and the IRS quickly closed it. The affiliated service group took a little bit longer, and the classic one is the doctors. The doctors have a practice, and what they realize is they have all these administrators that are costing them too much money in the retirement plans, and so they go ahead and they set up a limited liability corporation that is going to have the administrators in it. And the administrators are not going to be included in the pension plan. Only the doctors are, because they're going to be in a separate company, or even separate companies, but they're all going to combine. So they exclude them. But the administrators are performing basic services that doctors receive from the staff that they have on, normally on hand. And so therefore, they are an affiliated service group, because one company is performing services to the other company that would typically be performed all under the same umbrella. And so that's where the IRS came up with a way to keep people from trying to exclude the employees from the benefit plans. The owners are getting a great benefit, a great tax deduction, and the IRS just wants to make sure the employees are getting their share.